If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, make sure to head over to utnice.com and use code CHIEF for 6% off at checkout. Now let's go ahead and jump right into this video. What's up guys, it's Chief here, and today we're going to be showing you my favorite trading method on FIFA 22, which is SBC solution trading. Now there's a lot of different ways to do solution trading. I'm going to show you 3 different methods that you can use to make some easy coins, and then we'll also just talk about what it is and how it works. So jumping into what is SBC solution trading, basically, whenever we get a new squad building challenge that's very, very popular or a lot of people want to complete, for example, these daily SBCs that we're getting during the Winter Wildcards promo here, these are very popular because one, you get packs for completing them, so those SBCs are always popular, and two, you get these Winter Wildcards tokens that everybody wants to get these cool packs or players that you could submit them for. So these daily SBCs with the packs and tokens are a great example of just a high demand SBC that tons and tons of people are completing. So basically, when people go to complete this SBC, if it's a confusing one or a little bit difficult, a lot of times they don't want to sit there and think through how they're going to complete the SBC. So what they do is they head over to Footbin here, which is a website, if you don't know what it is, with a lot of foot content. And they have an SBC section at the top here. So people can click active challenges, go to the SBC they want to complete, and just click completed challenges. And basically, it has just completed solutions that people have submitted, so people can just go in here and see how to do the SBC. So I've clicked on the first 3 solutions here, and basically what people do is tons of people will just go in, click the top solution or click the second solution and just buy those exact players, just copy the squad exactly so they can get the SBC done. But what this does is when tons and tons of people are doing this and buying the exact same cards, it makes these cards skyrocket in price because there's tons of demand for these SBCs. So a lot of people are going to do them, and a lot of people are just heading over to Footbin and buying the same players because it's the same SBC solution at the top for everybody. So we've got this crazy amount of demand for these cards suddenly that originally really didn't have all that much demand. So let's go ahead and talk about how we can take advantage of this and make some easy coins. So let's jump in to the first method here. All right, guys, so for our first method, what we're going to be looking at is very, very simple. It's going to be sniping and bidding on these cards that are in these SBC solutions, but it has a little bit of a twist to it where you can just make a ton of coins. So when you come into these SBCs, basically, I've selected the top solution for that SBC we were looking at, the Winter Wildcards Challenge. You want to come in here and specifically look at common golds. Typically, rare golds will rise a little bit, but common golds don't have near as much supply, so these see changes in prices much quicker than the rare golds. And basically, you want to go find someone, for example, like Bruno Tabata here. Go look at his price. Now, Footbin is saying he's 550 coins, right? But his price hasn't been updated in 18 minutes. So it could have changed a lot in the last 18 minutes. And if we go to the market here and take a look at this Bruno Tabata guy on the actual FIFA market, he is selling right now for about 2,000 coins, it looks like. So you can see how quickly these prices change, but Footbin doesn't update quick enough. So what happens is tons and tons of people will list these cards for what Footbin says they are. Footbin says he's 550. Someone just listed one for 650 coins there, and I know the guy sells for like 2K. So I'm going to go ahead and list him 1700 here because what I recommend when you do pick these cards up is a lot of times these prices can rise quickly and they can drop quickly because this solution could quickly become like maybe the 5th or 6th cheapest, and this card wouldn't have the same type of demand anymore. Or Footbin could update his price and people aren't really going to buy it anymore. So what you need to do is have large undercuts when you win those cards. So you can see how easy it is to pick those cards up. Basically, you just go to your desired SBC solution. I just picked up another one. You find a card whose price has not updated on Footbin but has risen a lot on the game, and then take advantage of that basically. So if we go over here and refresh, let me see if I can do one more here. So new solution at the top here. Let's see. So you want to look at the common golds as mentioned, and someone I'd like to take a look at is you want to find someone that's like one of these commons that's very, very cheap. So someone like this Mazuros guy. I'd be interested to see if he has moved yet. And then it also helps if you just, instead of searching on the market like I am, you can just go and see how long it's been since their price has been updated. If you just click on them on Footbin. So if we go look at like Kike Garcia here, his price hasn't been updated in 35 minutes. So there's a good chance he could have moved a bit. So if I go look at Kike Garcia on the game here, so his price hasn't moved a ton. And basically, you just kind of have to play around with this in different solutions until you find guys that have gone up in price. And you can sit there and bid and snipe for whatever Footbin says, and then just list them up for their actual price on the market and make some crazy coins off of it. And you can see one of my Bruno Tabatas already sold for 1,000 coins profit, and I'm sure the other one will sell very soon. But the big thing with this is having kind of large undercuts when you're listing, because again, the prices can rise quickly, they can also fall very quickly if that solution kind of falls out of favor in the pecking order on Footbin. So that's a very, very simple method for this Footbin solution trading that can make you guys some easy coins. Now we're going to go ahead and jump in to the next method. Boys, before we go any further, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications for more daily trading videos. And let's go ahead and get right back into the action. All right, guys, so moving into our second method, which is kind of the main way that people SBC solution trade and make a ton of coins, and the method that I love is most times just called SBC solution trading. If you want to give it another name, it could kind of be looked at as like rash investing SBC solution trading. So basically, to give a rundown of what you do, what you're going to do is you're going to sit here on this SBC and you're just going to refresh until there's a brand new solution at the top. And then when that solution pops up, what you're going to want to do is go into it and quickly pick up some of the common golds that you think are going to skyrocket in price. Now, this does take a little bit of like knowing what typically goes up when there's a new solution, but it is unbelievable how many coins you can make on this. I have an example video to show you guys from when I did this yesterday when this came out. And here we go. So we got a brand new one at the top here. And I think what's going to go up here is these Ukrainian guys. These guys should go up quite a bit. So I'm going to go look at the goalkeeper Bouchon here on the game. And what you do is you quickly go over when that SBC reaches the top. Did I spell his name wrong? Yeah, I did. Bush-chan. There. And you want to quickly pick these guys up, because what's going to happen is if this SBC sits at the top of the solutions, these guys are going to rise in price because tons of people are going to be picking these up. So basically, you just go through and buy up tons of them and hold them until their price goes up. And what you can do is you can just buy them, list them up for like double their price, and hopefully they'll sell in just a bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play the clip for you guys so you can go ahead and get an idea of what exactly this looks like live and how you can make some good coins off of it. All right, here we go. We've got some squads here. That one has Hullet, which we just know we don't want to see. Now, Mandy could be a good shout. An 80 rated center back. Okay, that could be a move here. So we'll go pick up Mandy here. I feel like potentially Neto could be a play as well. Let's see. Mandy here has already been price fixed. Wow. Wow. So was he going for that already is my question. Let's take a look here at Mandy. Oh, click the wrong one. No. All right, let's look at Mandy here. See if he's been price fixed already. So yeah, so he was 800 coins and now he's already over 1,500. So a little late there. He's already been price fixed. I kind of want to wait and see if we can pick up. Everyone's doing La Liga here. I might go and pick up like 82 rated Campañas because he is just bound to end up in one of these solutions. Just bound to end up in one of these, I feel like. So I'm going to go pick up some of him here if we can. There's one sitting there for 650. He's typically around like 1,000 coins. He's already moving up a little bit, it looks like. I'm going to pick some of these up because I think he's going to be a card that will definitely rise at some point here, because it seems like most of these solutions are going to be La Liga here. So I'm gonna pick up just some of those since he's not actually in a solution. I just think he's gonna be a good option. And the common golds always do well anyway. Now, Pau Torres could be a good one. Now, I'm just gonna refresh until we get a new solution at the top here. Boom. New solution. This one has a like, but has Hullet in it. What are people doing? All right, that Demi card, that German in the Serie A is gonna be a good one, I feel like. Let me see if I can pick him up for cheap. My goodness, he's already going to the moon. Let me see. I mean, holy, I need to get in a little bit earlier on some of these Colin goals. That Musso guy in goal, he could potentially be a good one. Can we get in on him, or is he already risen in price quite a bit? We could potentially get in on him. This could be a good card for us. This could be a good card for us. I'm gonna pick up some of these. Nope. All right. I'm not gonna pick up some of these. All right, so he got picked up for 1,500 there. Let me just pick some of these up for 16. I only got one. That's fine. All right, now we move on to the next solution here. Refresh. All right, this solution is still at the top, so it's probably going to be a very, very good one. So I kind of want to pick up this goalkeeper because I feel like he's going to do very, very well here. I feel like he's going to do very, very well. I think this guy could definitely go to at least like 2,500 or so. So we're gonna pick up some of these. That Demi guy is gonna do great as well as the thing. So couple decisions here to make, but I think this Muso guy could definitely be the move here. So I'm gonna pick up these at 2K, and that'll be it for me because I think the solution is still at the top here, which is what we like to see. Yeah, so it's chilling at the top. So I'm honestly fine picking these up at 2K. I like the look of it. So we're gonna leave that. We're gonna refresh again. People keep dropping likes on this Hullet one for some reason, which is annoying because I need this other one to stay up there. So we'll leave it at that for those. I'm interested to see where that midfielder is at here in terms of price. Yeah, so he is moving here. He is already up at about 2,500. So I'm going to stick with the goalkeeper here. I think we're going to make some good coins off of him, if I'm not mistaken here. I mean, yeah, he's already, we picked all those up for 2K. He's already 2,500 here. So looking at good profit there. I'm guessing these are all going to start selling for 2,500. Now, the sell price is the thing that's tough on things like this. The sell price is very, very difficult on these because this could just keep on going up. I just need to keep refreshing here and make sure this is at the top. Yeah, so it is remaining at the top. We got a couple La Liga squads coming in though. Very close to the price. So I'm probably going to sell soon here. And oh man, Mandy is still going, man, isn't he? He's in all of these solutions right now. I think I might pick some of these up if he's anywhere near. He's not anywhere near his original price. That's one for 4.5, which I'm honestly happy with because he seems to be in every solution. So I honestly think he's going to be more expensive than this. Yeah, I mean, if we look right there, there's a couple listed for 5K. Let's take a look here. Couple listed like 5.8. This 4.91 already sold. 5.8 has not sold yet. So gonna hold on to that. But it seems like Mandy is a guy that's in almost every solution here. Every single one. All right, let's refresh there. This Serie A one is still at the top, which is very, very good for us. I think I'm gonna sell in a second here, especially on these Musos. If he 800 for him, oh, come on. All right, let's go 32. Oh my gosh, there's like nothing here for him. This is great. This is great. We're gonna see some great profits on these cards. He's up at 4K here. Is he selling though? Sold for 3.3. Has not sold at 4.1, 4.1, or 4 yet. I am gonna list mine for like 4.5 maybe. Let's take a look. So all those for 2.5, none of them for 4 have sold yet. I'm gonna start listing mine for like 3.5 here, I think, and just get them out of here. Take 1,500 coins a card, and Campania should do very well too. So I'm gonna list these for 3.5 a piece. Make 1.5K a card. Very, very happy. That 2K on that card, they are selling as well. So I want to see if those 4K ones have gone yet. Let me go to my transfer targets here, see if those have gone. It looks like one of them sold for 4K, so I'm going to list another one of my cards up for 4K here as well. And let's go ahead, list him up for 4K. The selling is always just the difficult part of this because it's hard to tell, when these are going to peak, when that solution's not going to be top anymore. Because if the solution is no longer at the top, then your cards aren't going to really have any value. And then we'll sell that for 3.8. I don't want to flood the market. I'm interested at what price Campania is going for right now because it seems like Villarreal is in every single solution at the moment for this. Now, he hasn't really moved because he's not in the solutions. It's Trigueros, but he should start to move here. He's moved over 1,000 now, which is nice. I think he is definitely going to start to go here. So let me make sure I've gotten rid of the rest of the stuff here, all of my Musos, but the Musos we've made good profit on. Those are nothing there. So gonna continue to wait on these, and these are still selling. That one sold for 3.8, so these ones for 4K should sell in a second here. And I'm gonna keep refreshing, see if we can pick up some deals here. Okay, new squad at the top now. So now I want to go pick up probably Pedro Neto here, or probably the goalkeeper, honestly. The goalkeeper is probably going to be the play here, Robert Sanchez. We got a new card at a new solution at the top here. And I think this could do very, very well for us. Let's go pick up this Robert Sanchez. See if we can pick him up for okay, yeah, people are picking this guy up, so he's gonna be good for solutions. Problem is he has a lot of supply here. And we don't like cards that have a lot of supply. I'm gonna list him for 5.8 and see if he sells. We don't like cards that have a ton on the market. So let me move over to Trincao here that you guys can see. Let me see how many of him are on the market. Is he 1.9 here? One there for 900. So this is gonna be a good card, but he's already risen in price. Yeah, the problem with this Robert Sanchez is if I show you it here, he's already risen a lot in price here. So, or he just has so much supply that he's probably not going to move a whole lot. But if we go look at someone like Pedro Neto or Trincao, they're going to move a lot more because I'm guessing they don't have nearly as much supply. Go look at Pedro Neto here, and they don't really have substitutes for them either. If we go try to pick up Pedro Neto here, now I'd be interested to see if this is still at the top if I refresh. It is, and it has a like, so I really want to pick these guys up. So let me go with Pedro Neto here, and we'll try to bump the price up and pick him up because I think he's going to do well here. Because there's not a ton of supply, as you can see. He's only got 2 pages at 1,500. I'm going to try to pick these up at 18. Wow, getting picked up at 18 as well pretty quickly. So yeah, you can see how quickly these cards just skyrocket in price. I mean, these were probably 800 coins 20 minutes ago. All right, I'm happy picking up at 2K, 1,900 if I can. Got one for 2K there, and that's it. So you can see some of these cards, it's just tough to pick them up, and you might just have to forget about them at times. But let me take a look here at this next squad. This is squads that will do really, really well is off league ones because off league cards don't really get a ton of supply here. So if I go Pablo Sarabia here and I go look at his price, I mean, Footbin is saying he's 800 here. I guarantee you he starts to move. He's already over 800. So he's starting to move here. Let me see if I can start picking these up here because I feel like we could start seeing him in a lot of solutions, in just a ton of solutions here. So I'm going to pick up these Pablo Sarabias and I'm hoping he goes to 14, 1,500 at least here. That's the plan anyway. That is the plan. So I've picked up all the ones there for 950 that I could. Gonna hold on to those for the time being. And those cards are all good. So let me see if I can pick up a couple more Sarabis here because being an 80 rated Spanish right wing in the Portuguese league is very, very good for an SBC like this. So I'd like to pick up some more here because I think he could move pretty well. So gonna pick up some of these here and not even getting them for 1,000 now. So I'm happy with that just to kind of show you guys how this works basically. I'm gonna sell the two Sanchez's in the Neto. I'm assuming they've gone up in price now. So all I have is Mandy selling now. Those Musos all sold for 3.5, 4K. We picked them up for between 1,500 and 2K. So if I go look at Robert Sanchez here, has he moved over 1,000 or no? Wow. So even with all that supply, this Sanchez here, we're gonna be able to sell like 1,200, and Pedro Neto, we're gonna be able to sell from hoping like 2.5 maybe. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna say, yeah, we'll be able to sell like 2.6 for him. So gonna go list those up here. And you can see how simple this is. And you can even just like sit there and pick out cards that are up in price and try to snipe them. Like for example, you could sit there and just try to like snipe this Pablo Sarabia for like 800 coins because Footpin says he's 800, but he's actually a lot more than that. So that's a simple method you guys can go for as well. That was probably already mentioned in this video, but just wanted to put it out there as well. So I just really think Campagna had to have moved in price by now. If I take a look here, I really think he's got to be like 1,500 by now. He is starting to move here. I think he's gonna get in a solution. I feel like I just really like him. Yes, okay. This Portuguese league squad has 3 likes here on Footpin now. If you can see this, it's the cheapest and it has 3 likes. So I think these Sarabias are gonna start to do really, really well here. So if we just go take a look at Pablo Sarabia. And if you're logged into Footbin, it always helps as well, the squad you're doing, if you can drop a like on it. I'm not logged in right now, so I can't like it, but, or can I? No, I gotta log in. Yeah. So again, here I would probably go pick up like Jao Mario is probably a guy that's gonna do well here. Out of the Portuguese league, an 80 rated common center mid is probably gonna do pretty well. If we take a look, yeah, I mean he's just gone flying upward. He has gone flying upward. So this is probably the card that the person who made the solution price fixed. Because if we go look at his price originally, he was 800 coins yesterday, everything like that. He sits at about 800 and now he's about 3,000 at the moment. So that's what kind of happens with these SBC solutions is those certain cards just go crazy. So I'm going to just sit on these Pablo Sarabias. I think he should start moving upward here. Picked up for like 900 to 1,000 a piece. I think he's going to do really well here. Probably get 1,500 a piece out of him. But that is kind of it for like our live SBC solution trading. I was waiting for a good SBC to see what would happen, and we made some good coins here. The best example would be those Musos that we made coins on. Even this Prem one, Pedro Neto, Robert Sanchez, we made some good coins on. Still waiting on that Mandy to sell, but his solution has passed a bit, so we'd have to just wait for another solution for him to get in. But the big thing is getting on these solutions early when you refresh. All right, guys. So as you can see, that is kind of how exactly I was doing it yesterday on this exact SBC that I was showing you. Now, I feel like I wasn't aggressive enough in some of my buys. Mandy, watching that back, I looked at him at like 1,800 and I was like, he's already risen. I'm going to stay away. And that one I listed for 5.8K actually sold. So I could have just gone in on him at 1.82K, sold them all for like 5K. The Musos were massive for me though. We were picking those up around probably like an average of 2K and then selling them for probably between 3.5 and 4K. So he was amazing for us. And then all those Campagnas I picked up, we sold for 1,600. And all the Pablo Sarabias I picked up, I sold them all for 1,500. So really good deals there. And then I should have been more aggressive on the Trincao and Pedro Netos because those rose really well too. So I think my thing next time around is just gonna be way more aggressive. But I think that was a good example of how you guys can use that to your advantage to make some really easy coins. Now, moving into the third and final method, which isn't a super popular method and not one I use, but I think it's worth mentioning, is when you go to Footbin here, what you can do is you can actually create your own solution for these SBCs. So if you go active challenges here, Winter Wildcards Challenge, you can hit Start Challenge here. You have to log into Footbin, you need to have an account. But you can click Start Challenge and make your own solution. And a crazy, crazy way you can make coins is if you make a solution, invest in the cards that are in your solution, and then release it, and it gets to the top. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to pick a solution that's near the top. You want to copy it pretty much exactly, except for one player. Find a place to make it like a couple hundred coins cheaper. So like you find this 7,700 coin squad, just switch out like one player you can find here for a guy that's like 200 coins cheaper, and your solution will then be the top solution. But before you release your solution to everybody on Footbin, what you want to do is invest in the players that are in your solution. So basically you can get them at their absolute minimum price. Your solution goes out there, it gets to the top as the cheapest solution, and then your cards will just start rising in price because everybody's going to start using the cards that are in your solution, which are the cards you've invested in as well. So that's a very, very easy way to do this as well. I don't typically do that just because I don't like going through the hassle of creating a solution. And then there's the chance that you make a solution and then it doesn't reach the top, and then you have all these players you invested in, but they could still rise in price from other solutions, so it's not too big of a deal, as our other Tabata sold there for 1,700 as well. So that's a very, very easy method you can do here as well. Now, when it comes to solution trading, something that people can find very, very difficult is the sell times. And there really is no exact way to figure out when to sell your cards. For these Musos, I mean, I was sitting there just guessing on these. I was picking these up. I had no clue what to sell these for. Because the thing is, you want to get as many coins as possible out of those, right? But you also want to make sure that you're listing them up not too expensive, because at some point Footbin's going to refresh, the prices of the players are going to update, and then what was the top solution is going to be nowhere near the top, because one of those players is going to go from Footbin saying it's 600 to Footbin saying it's 3,000, and it's going to be nowhere near the top then. So you need to balance both getting as many coins out of your players as possible and making sure they get sold before the cards drop in price. So the selling is very, very difficult. And then just one last thing to mention when it comes to kind of SBC solution trading, something you can do is just like pick up players that see really good fluctuations or are just always in SBC solutions. For example, cards that I always mention are Libertadores and Sudamericana cards. These cards see crazy fluctuations because whenever they get into solutions, basically there isn't a ton of supply of them. So when they get in solutions and everyone's using them, they rise in price super, super quickly. So if I just go Libertadores here and go pick like De La Cruz here, center mid, and look at his graph here, you can just see his rises just happen so, so quickly, and then they drop really quickly as well. Because as soon as Footbin updates the prices, that card's going to drop. I mean, you can see here, he was probably in a solution, went to 900, dropped to 700. Yesterday, he was just up and down all day because these cards get in these solutions, and then as soon as their price updates, they're out of those solutions. If we go look at like Casco here, this is a great example. You can see how much up and down he has throughout the year. It's because when these cards get in solutions, their prices change so quickly. And you can see yesterday he was 1,200, then he was 700, or that's today. Yesterday during the SBC here, yeah, basically the same 900, 1,200. These cards fluctuate so quickly. So finding cards like that is very, very good. Another card that comes to mind is like Pablo Fornals here. If we look at his hourly graph from yesterday, you can see he saw a big rise there, dropped to 17, was up to 2K. These cards just move a ton whenever they get into these SBCs. Dropped to 1,100, went up to 2,000. They just see these fluctuations. So buying those cards that are very, very popular for solutions whenever they're low is a great way to go, a great method that I like to use. I do it with cards like Zuma is one of the ones that I really, really like. Whenever he's anywhere around like 1,000 coins, I always pick this guy up. And you can see he's going for about 2,500 right now, which is crazy, crazy profit. But guys, I believe that's going to be it for this SBC solution trading video. If I missed anything, if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And then if you did enjoy this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.